everyone, welcome to the Horror Realm. I'm Travis Bruce, and today we'll be doing another indie horror spotlight. Today I have with us a filmmaker. He's making his directorial debut with a short film that's on the film festival circuits and is winning tons of awards, and it's called The Table. I have with us Rafael Garcia. Rafael, welcome to the Horror Realm.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Travis. I appreciate it.
It's a pleasure having you on. So tell us a little bit about The Table.
Well, it's just a short film that it lasts around it's a micro short film. It's 2 minutes and 53 seconds. That is just came out from an idea with a coworker. Actually, is the guy that wrote that with me, Gilbert Wake.
There's a lot of feedback.
Sorry.
Okay, speak real quick.
Okay, that's better?
A lot better, okay. I'm going to start from the beginning again.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Horror Realm. I'm Travis Bruce, and today we're doing another indie horror spotlight. Today I have with us a director. He has made his directorial debut with a short film that's hitting the film festival circuits right now. Is winning tons of awards, and it's called The Table. I have with us Rafael Garcia. Rafael, welcome to the Horror Realm.
Hi, thank you, Travis. Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure having you on, man. So tell us a little bit about The Table.
Well, it's a short film. It lasts around 2 minutes and 54 seconds. And it's about an idea that a co-worker of mine, now he's my partner in crime writing screenplays right now. His name is Gilbert Wake. And we start talking just about imagine if there was like an evil table, something like, it has no explanation where it comes from. And it starts, disappearing people just like that, randomly. So that's how it started. That was the idea. And we decided to shoot that. It took us probably 2 hours just to do it.
So did you shoot the whole entire production?
Yep. From beginning to end.
Now, was it hard to get down, a story in that short amount of time?
It is a little bit challenging. Sometimes you hear a lot of film directors and filmmakers. They say sometimes it's more difficult to do a short film like that than a full feature, because your time is very limited of what you can do and get the attention of the people watching it. It has to be really good. I mean, the story has to be good.
And I agree. I mean, as a watcher, I've said it many times, a good short film, especially, one that's, under 5 minutes, that can gain your attention and kind of want you to feeling that you want more is doing a fantabulous job, because that's something tough to do.
Yeah, it is tough, and once I did the table, I was like, whoa, that was really cool. I mean, it was a lifetime experience to have the actors, to the cinematographer. His name is Jimmy Valsin. He has a Dark Country Productions. He's into the horror. He decided to help out with the cinematography. So that was really good. Everything came together, and it was perfect timing.
So, and this is your first film. So,
first film, yes.
So what made you decide to be like, what, fuck it, I'm going to make this movie. I'm going to make a movie.
Well, it's really funny. Life sometimes takes you in different roads. I have always been a chef all my life. All my life I've been working as a chef. So as a chef, you are always directing, you have to know every single aspect of the kitchen, from developing a menu all the way to presenting a dish to the guest. So directing is not that different. It's exactly the same thing. You have to know every single outlet and put it together, direct it, and deliver something really good. So I had a injury on my foot. I broke my foot. I broke my arch on my foot. So I spent 7 months without working. I had to be no weight bearing on my foot because I could lose it or, some deformity happening. So what I did is, of course, my passion besides cooking is watching movies, all kind of movies. So I was okay. I watched everything that you can imagine. Netflix, everything, Amazon Prime, you name it. I was watching everything. So I was like, hey, what? You know what? Probably cooking with my food the way that it is not going to work anymore.
Yeah.
So I was like, guess what? Let's go into filmmaking. So I start doing my research. YouTube it's a fantastic tool.
Amazing.
You can learn a lot, watching a lot of the big names of the directors, or even the ones that they're doing, like independent ones. I love that too, from different countries, and I loved it. It was a masterclass for the past 7 months to learn about filmmaking. Then I went into photography. I was learning everything. I downloaded DaVinci Resolve. I kind of like learn everything, the ins and outs. And I was like, you know what? Let's do a short film, something, to see if it works, if it's something good. And of course, you don't expect anything that great because it's your first film. And I was like, okay, let's submit the film to these new film festivals that they're starting. And we got selected for a couple of them, and we won an award for best short horror under 5 minutes.
Nice. Now, did you at any point thought to yourself when it came to making the table that, boy, I wonder what this will look like as a full feature length?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It is something that, you start thinking, you know what, this could be something really good. So as a premiere for you, something practically exclusive. Mm-hmm. I did the second part. We shot that yesterday.
Really?
It's called Rage, the second part for the table.
Okay, so it's like a sequel.
It's a sequel, yeah, and it took us around like 8 hours to shot that from beginning to end.
Now, is this going to be a short film as well?
Yes, it's going to be a short film. It's going to be around probably between 8 to 10 minutes. That's what my guess is going to be.
So now, finishing up your second short film, was there some from going from your first to your second one? Was there some things that you learned that made it a little bit easier from the first one?
Absolutely, because it's a learning experience shooting the first one. Then for what you have learned and talk to other people within that they do independent films, you go like, okay, you know what? I know that I could have done this, and this, and that. And he's like, you know what? Yeah. And we apply that into the second film. And I think it's going to be like 10 times better.
Amazing. Now, have you always been a horror fan?
I've been a fan of films in general. I love horror. I have never, ever been scared of a horror movie. And, the only one that it really freaked me out when I was younger is The Exorcist. I think that is scary as fuck. I was like, I cannot watch it. To this day, I cannot watch anything that it has to be involved with The Exorcist. Actually, I think it was when they did The Exorcist, going back to the beginning. I think it was the second part or something. When they go to that cave, it was kind of like the Devil's Cave or something like that. Mm-hmm. I went with an ex-girlfriend. Thank God my wife is not here to hear that. I kept I kept my eyes completely shut.
Wow.
Yeah, that's that impact on when something like that, because I think the Exorcist is a theme, a subject that it is I think related with something that could be it is something that probably happened.
It's a demonic presence.
Yeah, that's scary. That's really scary. The other stuff, like, Friday the 13th, Halloween, all those movies, Evil Dead, whatever, like, I can watch it with no problems. It's like for me watching, I don't know, like Ace Ventura.
Yeah. See, with me, by the way, I agree with you. Like with me, the ones that scare the shit out of me the most, like, or freak me out, are the ones dealing with demonic presence or spirits or something like that.
Yes.
Because I 100% believe, I mean, that stuff is in existence. I really do. I feel
Yeah.
like there's spirits and demonic presence among us.
And you
I
know,
really do.
Travis, there's something, Travis, that, you know, it's really scary. It's like some of the filmmakers that they do the research, and sometimes they grab stuff from books like the I don't know, like from the Bible, and they grab it and they do a research. You know, it's there's one book I know, it's in Spanish, is the book of San Cipriano, that it has those kind of things there. And I know some filmmakers, because they want to make it like legit, real, and everything.
Authentic.
They authentic, yes. They take it, they use it, and then when you watch the movie, weird things happens around the house.
Yes.
I had that experience with, I think it was Evil Dead, the original one, when they start playing the record when you're there in that little cottage in the woods. That it was really scary.
Yes. And for me, it was the original Paranormal Activity. I remember, long story. There was a long story that went with that movie. I was actually telling a friend of mine. It was a long fucked up story that went along my first experience seeing Paranormal Activity before I actually watched it. But when I finally got home, it was by myself, middle of the night. I watched Paranormal Activity, and it freaked me out. And I'm being dead serious. Like, I started hearing shit in the fucking house. Like, stuff was just falling, and I was like, it just fucking freaked me out.
Yeah. Absolutely, I feel you. I mean, that's the scary part, you know. Yeah. And anything else, well, you know, it's entertaining. They're good stories. Oh my God! Like, I watch your channel with Guerrilla Metropolitana, and I watched the film that he was talking to. I haven't been able to watch Darius yet, and I am just like, I don't know what is it that I want to watch it, just to see what he did. But I know it's for what you said at your review, it's gonna mess me up.
Darius it's a movie I don't tell everybody to watch, right? Because I don't want people to come back to me and say, "Oh, my goodness, you." Listen, I don't condone pedophilia or
right.
any of that shit, right? But it's a fucked up movie. It's a fucked up, but it's beautiful. Like, it's weird because it's such a fucked up movie, and it's shot beautiful. I mean,
when I saw those two films that he did first, I watched them, and they're very artistic. They're really well done. So it's not just cheap cinema that, you know, you go like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. Why am I even wasting my time to watch? It is the art that he does. I know it's really fucked up, the whole thing that he's doing like that. Yeah. But if you have the criteria to watch it and appreciate what he's doing without those taboos and everything, because end up is just a film. Okay, it's fantasy. It's not something that is real, and he has his own point of view. Like, again, like you said, I don't condone those kind of things, but I think it's a different way of doing art.
It is, and it's meant to disturb. That's what, you know. That's what he said. It's meant to fuck you. The movie is make you to go into insanity. You know, see what insanity looks like.
Right.
And there hasn't been a movie. I've seen some crazy shit before. I have not seen a movie that I felt guilty watching it.
Right.
But I couldn't stop watching it.
Sorry, my dog is barking. I think he's about to come home.
But it was like you're watching a snuff film. You know what I mean? It was a beautiful snuff film. And you know it's wrong and this and that, but like you can't stop watching.
Right. I know, because you want to know, like, what is happening, what is behind the story, what is going to be the ending. You know, and that's very interesting, the way that he puts everything together.
Mhm.
And that's part, like when I'm making a film, I love the whole psychological thing. Like the table has a little bit of that.
Mhm.
When you watch the second part, the whole story, you will understand a little bit what is going on. But still, it's like, that table, it's just messing with the head of this girl, the main
Mhm.
character. Her name is Alice. So it's like eventually you will know, like when if you watch the film, it says, it's something that I got inherited from my aunt, but probably like the aunt got killed or got abducted by the table, and that's how she ended up getting the table that nobody wanted. So there's something bad, but she saw like, oh, you know what? It is something, free. I can get it, So let's do it. But she doesn't know that she's gonna be like that victim that you don't want to kill because it's fun to torment.
Yes. See, and and I think the older I've gotten, I like horror that fucks with your head more so
Yes.
than your eyes,
Yes.
And listen, if you can do both of them, if you can fuck with somebody's head and eyes at the same time, then you're doing a great job. But
Absolutely.
but um, but yeah, I still have appreciation for the slashers. But because I was talking to a filmmaker recently about the movie Thanksgiving, the new Eli Roth horror movie, and he was like, "Oh, this movie was great. This is that." And I was like, and I've heard a lot of people say that movie is great. And I'm an Eli Roth fan. I'm a huge Eli Roth fan. I don't. The movie was entertaining when it comes to gore, the creativity behind it, but
Right.
it was so predictable. It was so predictable. The characters were annoying. Like you just didn't care about the characters. You weren't invested in the movie. And a movie that gets you in a horror movie that gets you invested in the characters, or makes you question what their ultimate fate is going to be. I mean,
Right.
it's a roller coaster.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's my third film. It's in pre-production too. It's another one. It's called Revenge of Jay.
Okay.
So that one, you don't know what you're seeing. It's a dream or it's something that really happened.
See, I like that. I like that.
So I don't want to go too deep into it because it's really good, and kind of like you're guessing like what I'm watching, is it real or not? It's kind of like a little bit like messed up, but it is really cool.
And you know the first movie I saw that actually did that concept so fucking well and it's so good is the original Nightmare on Elm Street. The original
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street, unlike the other ones, it does such a great job because you didn't know who Freddy Krueger was. You didn't know what this thing
Right.
was.
Yeah.
And then you see these people dying, but you didn't know, are they dreaming or is this real life? And it just constantly fucked your head throughout that whole entire movie. What's real and what's not.
And at one point you will see like Freddy Krueger. You think he's there.
Yeah.
That he's there, in the real world, but he wasn't.
Yes.
So that was perfect. That was really beautiful.
Now, are there any horror filmmakers that you got inspiration from?
Sorry?
Are there any horror filmmakers that you've gotten inspiration from?
I'm sorry. Just like my dog is going crazy here. I'm sorry. Like my kids. Mia, stop. Can you repeat the question? Sorry.
Yes.
Like I try not to have the volume too high.
So are there any horror filmmakers that you got inspiration from?
Not specifically one. I love like Carpenter with all the vampires like movies.
Yes.
I love that. That I think that he was really really good with that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. John Carpenter. I mean, yeah, John Carpenter is I should say a amazing filmmaker, not just in horror, but I mean action, sci-fi.
Yeah.
He definitely was ahead of his time.
Right. Yeah, he was a visionary. Like most of the things that we were seeing right now, actually they came from him. So,
Yeah.
And that's why I really admire his work a lot.
Because I mean, even if you look at the original Halloween, Friday the 13th was a direct knockoff of the original Halloween. And then after that, a lot of the horror slasher movies all were, they followed behind Halloween.
Right.
Halloween wasn't the original slasher. I mean, I would say Psycho was the original slasher, but it was the original slasher with this unstoppable force mowing through victims.
Yeah. The other movie, that I really liked a lot, and I think it was really good, is the Slasher series. Sorry, Slasher, no. Terrifier. Art the Clown. Oh my God. Between you laugh about it, but everything, but I really liked it. It really hooked me up.
Really? See, I'm not a fan. Okay, I'm gonna give you this. Art the Clown is an amazing horror character. He is an amazing horror character. He is definitely somewhere up there. He's about to be up there somewhere on the Mount Rushmore of kind of horror characters. Great character. I just didn't like the first movie because there was no plot, there was no story, there was no character development. It was just Art the Clown running through people. Now, the second one, Damien Leone did a great job of building a more of a plot of a story, a character development. I just had a filmmaker ask me, what was the plot of Terrifier 2? Because I made that same statement, and he said, what was the plot of Terrifier 2? And I looked at him like, I have no idea. And he said, there's no plot to Terrifier 2. I was like, you're 100% right. I convinced myself that Terrifier 2 had a plot. But no.
Right.
But it doesn't. I mean, but yes, if you like insane, no story, no character development, just off the wall, crazy fucking gore, the Terrifier movies are definitely for you.
No, yeah. I mean, it drew me, it was the way that the director and the creator of Terrifier, how he put together the character. I think, it had no plot, the first one. I really like the way that he did everything without CGI, nothing, everything was like analog and everything was done like man-made. And I think that takes a lot of work. And I love how Art the Clown was introduced. Yeah, it could have been a better story, a better plot. Yes. I think he wasted that opportunity. Yeah. The second one, it was way much better. I was really blown of how he did everything. Really grotesque, a lot of gore and everything. Yes. But, it was way much better. I agree with you on that.
Yeah. Because, he definitely... You had characters that you kind of cared about, or you actually knew. The first one, it didn't give you that much. You didn't know anything about anybody. It was just people put in front of him. But yeah, I agree. The practical effects. I mean, Damien Leone's practical effects in that movie both of the movies are fucking. Ooh, they're over the fucking top. I mean, they're fucking amazing.
When he cuts that girl by the middle when she's hanging from her legs and everything, I think I was like, whoa, what the hell am I watching?
Yeah, it is absolutely fucking amazing. I mean, if you love just gore and a terrifying fucking villain, I mean, the Terrifier movies that's what they're there for. I mean, they have a fan base. There's a huge fan base who and I think it's more millennials and Gen Zers. They don't care about story. You know what I mean? They don't care about story. They just want to go and see 2 hours of people just getting torn apart.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, all the reviews, people walking out of the movies and throwing up and everything. I mean, you have to have the gut and see it as it is, just, a horror film, you go there to get entertained. But a lot of people, they don't have the stomach to handle it,
My only complaint about Terrifier 2, I enjoy Terrifier 2. My only complaint with Terrifier 2 was too fucking long. There was a lot of filler in there. The whole part with the TV show, with the clowns and shit, I feel like that could have been cut out. I definitely zoned out. I saw that in the actual theaters. And I zoned out throughout the whole entire part. I just felt like it was way too long. I feel like they could have knocked a half an hour off of that, and it would have been perfect.
Yeah, the funny thing with Terrifier 2 is, I was reading, he started making short films with that. Mm-hmm. So, probably that would have been better, just to have those short films. He had a trilogy, I think. about that, and then he jumped into the full feature. But it was interesting, and I love the story that he made it really with a little bit of money. He made tons of I don't know, I don't know how much he made, but the second one, it cost him, I don't know, like $750,000 to make it, and he ended up making more than 10, 15, $20 million for it. So that was
like $30 million.
That was impressive.
Yeah, and my whole story with the Terrifier, how I got introduced to Terrifier, I've said this, people are probably bored, but I'm gonna say it again for people who haven't seen. I go to a lot of horror conventions all throughout the country, and this was probably like 5-6 years ago. I was going to horror conventions, and I kept seeing the cast from Terrifier is going to be here.
Yeah,
and I seen this picture of this clown. I'm like, what the fuck is this Terrifier movie? And they would be at every single fucking convention. I mean, I don't care where I was going, what part of the country I was going to convention. The Terrifier cast was there, and they were doing free autographs and pictures, and they were selling their DVDs. And then finally, I think it was like after the 4th, 5th, or 6th time of seeing them there, I finally went to watch the movie.
Right.
And I wasn't a fan of it, but listen, I got my eyes and watched the fucking movie, and I was like, that is such a great strategy. Like, it was they worked off of their marketing strategy was to get in front of as many people as possible and talk about their project.
Yeah.
And they're still doing it today with Terrifier 2. I mean, they're literally at every fucking horror convention in the fucking country talking about Terrifier 2. And that takes fucking serious work. I mean, that's old school fucking marketing. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's not social media marketing. That's not digital marketing. That's old school getting people in front of people's faces marketing. Which
mouth to mouth, and people, they recommend it and they watch it, and really good. It was brilliant.
Yep. So I mean, people think I hate Terrifier movies. No, I give the guys from Terrifier absolute fucking credit, because any indie filmmaker out there, listen, I'm a marketing guy. Any filmmaker out there, do what the Terrifier guys do, and I'm telling you, be as successful as Terrifier guys. And that is just get out there and just get in front of your audience. Get out there and get in front of horror audience. You can't just sit on your ass and wait at home and wait and post some shit online and expect them. Yeah. No, you have to. I know someone's saying, well, it's expensive going these, but you got to spend money to fucking make money. You have to get out there, and it's just something. It's a more of a personal experience when people get to meet a filmmaker and be in front of you and hear you talk passionately about your project.
True. Yeah. Absolutely, I agree with you.
So I mean, those guys are great. All right, so Raphael, I'm gonna ask you. Since this is a horror channel, I'm gonna ask you 3 random horror questions, but then I'm gonna ask you 1 off-topic question too. Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay. First one. Who is your favorite iconic horror character?
My favorite iconic
horror villain.
My favorite, I will say, will be Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger, that's my favorite as well. So we're on the same page. Second one. What was I'm pretty sure you've seen a lot of movies recently. What was a newer horror movie in the last couple of years that you saw that you were like, I really enjoyed that?
Last Trip of the Demeter.
What was it called?
The last Trip of the Demeter. Is that they're in a one of those galleons, old ships, where they're transporting Dracula?
Oh, yes. I haven't seen that one yet.
Oh my God, it is fantastic. It's really good. I'm a very I am a big fan of Dracula, anything like vampire kind of stuff. I really like it a lot. But that one is so dark, so well made that I really enjoyed it a lot.
I'm gonna have to check that one out. The last one for the horror questions is, okay, what's a horror movie series? I've asked this one a lot. I'm gonna actually let's see what horror movie series do you wish they would stop making movies?
That
For
they
good or
stop.
bad? Yeah, for good or bad. Like you
Anything
like,
with with kind of like the Exorcist kind of like theme, like they did the Exorcist of the Pope, the Exorcist of I don't know, Mary Jane, those kind of things. I think they're overdone. There's nothing new. It's always the same thing. I think it was kind of like
I actually enjoy. I agree with you. I actually enjoy the Pope Exorcist. I saw it in the theaters and I actually enjoyed it. I was going in wanting to hate that movie, but I went in
Mhm.
and I don't know if it was because of Russell Crowe, but I enjoyed that movie.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I think it's like they're making every year a different one. It's kind of like, okay, move on. I mean, I know like there's like movies like Halloween and Friday the 13th, and there's a lot of stuff that they're a series, but I think they're really well made.
And the final question has nothing to do with horror, but
Okay.
I know that you're a gun guy. What is your favorite gun in your personal collection?
I love the AR-15s.
AR-15. That's a good one. That's a
Yes,
good
I
one.
think it's a very versatile weapon. You can do all kind of things. You can different accessories. You can make it with different kind of settings. I think it's. I love the AR-15, but the other one that I love that is a completely. You can have all kind of artillery with it. Is a shotgun.
Really?
Yeah, because you can
Shotgun.
have like slugs. You can shoot a buckshot that is
Buckshot.
kind of nine freaking pellets at the same time. Like 9 millimeters going towards
Yeah.
you. You have the bird shot that really doesn't do that much, but it's a very versatile weapon. But I will say AR-15 is my number one.
I agree. The AR-15 is when it comes to a good old fashioned assault rifle, the AR-15 is definitely the I would say user friendly. I don't know if that's the correct term, but it's
Yeah.
user friendly and it definitely has pinpoint accuracy as well.
Oh yeah, low recoil. I mean, it's
Yes.
it's easy to handle it, and like, because I love handguns too. I love the pistols, but I think the AR-15 is something that, oh my God, is beautiful.
Yes. By the way, I'm a handgun guy, so I'm a handgun guy, but I do respect an AR-15. I love a handgun. So I have a Beretta myself. That is what
Nice.
yes, that's what I carry.
Yeah, I carry a Canic. That's what I carry.
Nice. Now, where are you at? Are you in a concealed carry thing or no?
Yeah, yeah. I'm in a concealed carry state. It's in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Okay, I am as well in Maryland.
Oh,
All
there you
right.
go.
Yep, I'm pretty sure I lost some subscribers talking about gun, but oh well.
Hello, gun community.
Yes, I'm pro guns. All right, Raphael, where can everyone find you?
On YouTube, you guys can find me at Make It Short.
Okay.
And that's right now where I'm doing everything. Same thing on Instagram with that handle at Make It Short. That will link everything there.
Perfect. Well, Raphael, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on, man. Listen, you're more than welcome to come on anytime, brother.
Thank you, Travis. Thank you very much. And I'm gonna recommend, like I said, Jimmy Balsam from Dark Country Films and Gilbert Wake, because one is a screenwriter, the other one is a filmmaker, and Dark Country Films is basically about horror movies. So you will love to talk to
Perfect.
him.
More than welcome, man. Listen, I try to shine a spotlight on indie horror, so more than anybody, listen, more than welcome, man. I love
Absolutely.
everyone. All right, everyone. Well, thank you for coming to the Horror Room. I'm Travis Bruce. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.